The real estate market in Canada has been booming for the past 2 years. So what can we expect in 2022? To help us look ahead, we are joined by real estate broker Nirsh Arulnayagam. Good morning to you. Nice to see you again.
Good morning, Lindsey. Nice to see you again.
Okay, so let's start with the urban trend. What can we expect for the real estate market in cities across the country?
Well, in the downtown core, you're going to see a return. We've already saw that in 2021, and we saw prices jump 19%. A lot of big corporations have expensive leases downtown, and they're not really ready to give them up. So at the very least, you're going to see a hybrid model, which will require people who are working at those companies to be downtown or closer to their work so they don't have a large commute.
People getting back into those spaces that have been vacant for so long. Let's talk about immigration too, Nirsh. How will immigration play a role in the rising prices that we're seeing?
Well, immigration is going to continue to come into the country, and people are coming into this country from very rich countries where real estate is much more expensive than it is here. So people are coming from Asia, the Middle East, Europe, and it's going to continue to push up prices because when you look at Canada as a whole, Toronto and the core of Ontario is it's a melting pot of culture. So people will drive towards to come into this country and into this province. So you're going to see more prices increase.
Speaking of prices increase, one of the big trends we saw over the last little while was bidding wars, of course. So do you think those are going to stick around?
Absolutely. Nothing has been done to resolve the supply issue. So right now it's a supply and demand issue. And right now, as you can see with low interest rates, you're going to see that the bidding wars continue. As much as people don't like them, they'll continue. And, sellers will continue to reap the rewards.
You mentioned interest rates. We got to talk about that. What can we expect in the year to come?
Well, I would predict, if you talk to any economist, you're saying between 2 and 8 increases. But I think you're going to see a couple, and you're going to see them in Q2. The economy is just not there yet. We have major supply issues across all industries. So at this point, you're going to see, maybe half a point, maybe even 3/4 of a point, but it's not going to really change anything because people are already qualifying at 5.25. So moving the basis point up 2 to 3 points isn't really going to make a factor in people's decision to buy or not buy.
Let's expand on that idea of supply right now. There is a little bit of good news, I understand, when it comes to new home supply. Walk us through that.
Well, a lot of the builders who have been building throughout the pandemic because they didn't have to stop working, we're starting to see some of the supply chains for that type of stuff, lumbers, that kind of stuff. You're going to see that continue, which then at some point, if somebody's in a resale home, they're going to be having to sell that home to increase supply. So a lot of those homes are scheduled to finish in 2022. So you'll start to see some supply. It'll ease up. I don't know that you're going to feel it much, but you will start to see a little bit more supply come on the market in the single-family home segment.
Somebody looking for a home right now, they're in the market. What is the one thing you want that person to know heading into this new year?
Pack your patience, buy early, because if you don't buy early, you're going to get caught, and you're going to see at least probably another, most of the major corporations are predicting about 10% increase. I think it's probably going to end up being a little bit more, but pack your patience, and at the end of the day, listen to your real estate agent or broker.
Nirsh, we're listening to you this morning. Happy New Year to you. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Happy New Year. Thanks for having me back.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.